STEM field trip of 2022. So first we went to the Steel Museum and we learned all about how old Americans, well, people in Youngstown would make steel and how dangerous it was. Some before the 1960s didn't even have hard hats to wear. That is completely unsafe. I feel like that they should have worn those. And then we learned about how they created wheels and their workplaces and their work conditions. They also had different classes and they had houses that they lived in. But if your the man in the family died, you guys would get kicked out of your house and then you would have to find a new place to live. And I feel like that is super unfair because there's no more money rolling in because mostly women were housewives back then. Now, people have these suits, but they cause cancer. And then this was their laboratory that we saw from above, and I feel like the Steel Museum was great. These are some of the posters, and then this one was that, and then we finally got to the art museum. Here's some art pieces. This one was the Trinity of Sound. I thought it was really cool, and it was really fun to just look at generally, and I have a lot of photos of it. And then we went into the dark room, and this is just a flat circle, but it's painted in a way to make it look 3D. This is a light up square thing, and yeah. And then this was a bit of light art. You see, they used abstract art to get and then this was a flat triangle, but it looks 3D. Well, it looks like it's an illusion. And then this was one of the other pieces that would light up and then go back down, and then light up and go back down. And then this was they're like paper balls, and they had lit up. And then this is a cube with spikes going into the center. And then these were more pieces of illusions. And then this was scribble art that this artist would just draw with just scribbles. And then we have more. That's even more of it. It's really cool how someone with just figure 8 can draw this. A super detailed drawing of families and stuff. Even this was drawn with the figure 8. I believe that these are the coolest drawings. And then this was some art. And then here were some photographic art looking. And then those were some wishbones. And then this was a sculpture of a guy playing a trumpet. I thought it was really cool because band don't get that much recognition. And then look, and then we were also taught that red catches your eye. So if you look at these are actually really flat, and they're And then this was a family thing, and then this one was a abstract painting. So were these. Those were by Picasso. And then we got into this. It looks super cool. And then we got to George Washington. There's a mother and her child portrait painted. And then this was a 20,000-pound artwork. This was a clay sculpture. No, it's a plaster sculpture. That was a little aquarium water. And then this is not a completely flat painting. This was, again, a really cool piece. And then this one is a portrait, and so is that. They painted a lot of portraits, which I think is really cool, before the camera came out. That was an ocean, and this one was a nice landscape. This one was a really cool ship, and then, the ship was super cool because they sculpted that. And then they had the rough seas with the boats on a stormy day, and then this is Snap the Whip and Schoolhouse, and then this painting, what's really cool about it was the painting wasn't actually flat. It was actually just a bunch of splotches of color. And then this painting is an illusion. So if you walk in a zigzag and you keep your eye focused on one painting, it'll come at you. And this was the Devils of Valentine. This was the sculpture. We have even more paintings. We have portraits of literally everything. This was Abraham Lincoln. It's really cool. And then this was some more abstract art. And that was that. And and there's some more abstract art, and there's even more abstract art, and it was really cool. Next was the Geology Museum, and the geology, well, it wasn't really a museum, but I thought it was really cool because I'm very interested in rocks and I feel like rocks deserve more than what they've been getting. Rocks are super cool, and yeah, and there's a bunch of different shaped rocks you can get from other things, and these were dug out of the ground and polished, so they look super cool. Now, the STEM field trip was really fun, and we all had a great time, and we all loved it there. It was on the YSU campus. I really recommend you guys going to these geology and art and whatever museums, steel museums. They're super cool, and I feel like if you're interested in STEM, you should keep watching. Goodbye.